Okay, welcome back to From Football to Football, guys. Today I'm joined by Carlos García Alejos, a UEFA PRO coach with over 15 years of experience, including roles at Real Madrid Academy, Dubai, Australia, and South Africa. Carlos has built his career through real international experience, working across very different environments. And in this episode, we're going to explore what actually creates opportunities in football, from networking and culture to the real role that English plays at higher levels. Carlos, great to have you on, mate.
Hi, Mike. How are you? Pleasure for me to be here with you.
It's so good to have you here, mate. And just so everyone knows, Carlos and I have had conversations in the past. So if I mention something from our past conversation, don't worry, guys. I will try to update you on what I'm talking about. So, Carlos, just to start, you said something to me in one of those conversations in the past that I think a lot of people maybe don't want to admit, which is that English is helpful, but it's not actually what gets you the opportunities, right? So, from your experience, what really opens the doors in football?
Well, the language, the certificates are important because you need to get something to knock at the door.
Yeah,
But to get the door open, you need someone behind of it. Is I'm not sure if I'm too honest, but the contacts, the links in football are so important. Without them, it's going to be quite difficult. I'm not going to say that it's impossible because I don't want to use that word, but you need someone behind the door. With the certificates and the language and your skills, you can knock out of.
yeah, mate. I love it. Don't apologize. I love your honesty. I want you to be completely honest in this episode. So do all the listeners. This is what we need to hear, right? This is the truth, man. And you've been to a lot of places. Speaking of which, if you look at your career, Dubai, Australia, South Africa, how did those opportunities actually come to you? Like, what happened in those opportunities?
Was all of them got something in common, which is I knew the people from the other because I've been working with some of them right before. I mean, I went to Dubai because I was working at Real Madrid Academy. I went to Australia because in Dubai I was working with some people that have some links in Australia. In Australia, well, repeat the same thing, you know?
Yeah, this is great, mate. So basically, one thing, like one opportunity leads to another opportunity thanks to the people that you meet, the connections you make. So obviously, mate, the impression you have to make is very important, right? Wherever you are, because it can lead to other opportunities. If this is true. Australia. Now, anyone listening, if you don't already know, I'm Australian, so I have a soft spot already for Carlos because he trained in my country, and not just that, it's a great story. You were in the NPL, which is a very, it's a high league there in Australia, in Queensland, and basically you had to help build a team there from scratch. Like you had to, yeah, it wasn't really a team. And it was Magpies Crusaders United, if anyone wants to look it up. But what did it involve exactly, Carlos? What was there when you got there? And how did you help create this club, basically?
Well, everything start when I was. I'm gonna start the story from the very beginning, if you
Perfect.
don't mind.
Please,
Uh,
please.
One of the kids that I was coaching in Dubai, his father, his neighbor, is a FIFA agent. Okay, so they were happy with my job and they want to give me a hand. So we connect each other. And the FIFA agent, who is Aston Bell, wanted to help me to be in your country. So, as a matter of time, it was 1 year later about this conversation. Uh, he told me that there was not even a small club because they were not a club yet. So
Like a project. Yeah.
exactly, it was a
Exactly.
project, a blank canvas, as he
Yeah.
said, to
So good.
be built up.
Yeah.
And I say, well, why not? We start to have some conversations with them, interviews. They explain me where they were in the North Queensland, well, North Queensland, in the middle of Queensland, no? In front of
Yeah, yeah, mate.
the, how do you call it? The reef barrier, no? The
Yeah,
coral
the Great
barrier.
Barrier Reef. Yeah.
Yes.
Finding Nemo, that's where it was filmed. So
Exactly.
yeah.
So I was completely clueless. I
Mm.
have no idea where they are, nothing at all. But sounds to me like music. To be honest, it was a nice project where they wanted to build up the club, as you said, from the scratch. Um, we took the luggage and we moved down, myself and with my family. Once in there, I realized that it's in the rural zone. I mean, it's not a small town because it was 80,000 population.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but obviously it's not Melbourne or
No.
Brisbane.
Yeah, exactly. Mm.
So the ideas or the philosophy that they have over there is completely different that I knew
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And it was another challenge, which was they kick off from MPL first division. I mean, the top
Yeah.
division at the MPL.
Yeah.
So we start to sign up players, create a pathway for the academy players. We sign up technical director for the academy, and I was on top of every single detail. I mean, sign up players, the methodology, the facilities, how they should run it, and everything. And then the league started. I mean, the competition started to be on it, and it was difficult. But in the end, we were able to achieve and avoid relegation. Was
Mate,
the aim.
that's fantastic.
The technical director started to build up the academy. The final view was fantastic,
Yeah.
but it was tough. I mean, it could sound romantic,
Yeah.
build up from the scratch, and
Of course.
everything they gave me the power. So
Exactly.
I was the mighty guy in the club, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you have a lot of responsibility to develop the club.
Absolutely, and starting at the top level, is very, very difficult too. But you avoided relegation, mate, and now this club obviously has your fingerprint on it, man. Like Magpies Crusaders United is very it would be. I'm sure like a Spanish footprint is on this club, and I'm sure the way it runs is still like credit to you, mate. What's happening there? So congratulations on this. It's a great story, man.
Oh,
And
the people
yeah,
there love me, to be honest. I felt
yeah.
appreciative for them. Anywhere I went, to the mall or to have lunch with the family at any restaurant, they appreciate me a lot. My memories from of them are terrific.
I'm so glad you say that too, because I always say to people that the Australians love Spanish, and I don't know if they agree with me, but now you can see, guys, that Carlos is backing up what I'm saying. We love the Spaniards, so come to Australia, guys. We love you guys. The next thing I wanted to ask, because you've been to these places, and I think the idea that people have about going overseas and working overseas it's one idea before you go, and then there's the reality when you actually go to these countries. And you've been, like we said, Dubai, Australia, South Africa, many different places. What do people get completely wrong about working abroad in football? What is one big misconception, maybe?
Look, everything start. This is a process. I mean, when you receive the first calls and you sign up the contract, everything is a big joy, no?
Mm, yeah, exactly.
But now you have to go down to earth, no? You said, no, in English.
Exactly. This is a great
Uh,
expression.
exactly. So, and you have to be there and feel the reality and set up everything, because you go there is not only football. I mean, we got the sports stuff, but then you have to be over there and you have to get a home, a house, the mobile, the neighborhood. You are going with the family, with the school and everything. So the real life. I mean,
Yeah.
before you go, everything is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And it is, and it is. I mean, I don't wanna, I'm not gonna be upset about it.
No,
But
of course.
then once you are there, the real thing kick off.
Oh, mate, you're so right. There are so many things like that you don't even think of before you go, but little things like getting a bank account, getting, if you want to drive there, the driving license changed over, little things that just take time and they're annoying. Like they are annoying, but this is great, man.
It's bureaucracy.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's bureaucracy, and when you are dealing with, it's not easy.
exactly, mate, 100%. And by the way, man, you mentioned in a recent text message with me that you have been in Barcelona working with an international project connected to a Boston-based club. What were you, because I still don't know what this is about. So can you tell me and the listeners what exactly is this all about?
Since 2023, I'm working with La Liga in the sports project, and some of them is to coaching and helping and addressing teams that they are coming to Spain. And it was the situation. It was a club from New Hampshire in Boston in the
Yeah,
US,
of course.
and they came along to be in Barcelona in Salou 1 week, following the La Liga methodology,
Yeah.
coaching by myself and a teammate, playing against some Spanish clubs, and they have the experience 1 week football.
Hey,
Also, they are going to watch a La Liga game.
good
Some
experience.
tourism,
Yeah, of course.
then
Yeah.
get back to the US. So sometimes it's something that I'm doing, something that
Yeah.
I love,
Yeah.
because you see how they feel, how they see us. I mean,
Yeah.
I try to sometimes to step up and to say, if I were NBA fan and with 16 years old, my parents sent me to the US to be coached by NBA coaches, I will be
Mate.
delighted, believe me.
Mate, I agree. And I think sometimes, man, I honestly believe that a lot of Spanish people are very, very humble. They don't even realize how much the rest of the world, like, idolizes this country for football. Like, it is, if you just say you're playing football in Spain or you're in Spain with football, you're automatically like this level, the top level. It's amazing, man. But it's true, it's true. And yeah, I wanted to ask. Speaking about this, so with the Boston people, I'm guessing it was English or with Spanish, what or both, a mix of both.
No, no,
What was the
English,
language?
English. Yeah.
English. Oh, fantastic,
They
fantastic.
didn't
So,
speak a word in Spanish, only
mate,
English.
Well, this is where your English comes in handy. And speaking about before what we were saying, if contacts and experience like open the door, really, this is what opens the door, the contacts, the experience. Like where does English actually start to matter? Like you say to knock on the door, but specifically, like in what situations does English actually make a difference, actually help you with these opportunities or with taking advantage of them?
Mm, on the field, as a coach,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
field, I think it's a matter of time you get the right level of English to manage a training session.
Yeah.
Is
Hmm.
I'm sure that it's easier for us to do it in Spanish. We got much more arguments and much.
Of course.
But the important thing that
Yeah.
you are able to
Yeah.
deal with English is when you are doing the team talks,
Yeah.
like when you are
Hmm.
managing a team. I mean, is that you have to be able to send a message, a tactical plan, emotional issues.
Yeah.
So is the key factor. I mean, is
Yeah.
when you have to talk to people and you have to express yourself.
Yeah. Hi, guys. If you're a coach listening to this and you have felt identified with this conversation, you want to work abroad, you need to communicate better in English, but you feel like the language is holding you back, I have created a program specifically for that. It's called the English Accelerator for Spanish speaking football coaches. We work on real situations, meetings, team talks, staff communication. It's not theory, it's practical, applied to your job. If you're interested, just send me a WhatsApp. I will leave my number in the description and I will tell you more. Yeah, no, 100%, man. That's it. Like in these, and I saw something too on your LinkedIn. If guys, if you check out his LinkedIn, there's a very good interview you had in Australia as well with the press. Okay, that was on the television. So, how was speaking to the press? Did you feel limited with your English speaking to the press? Was it tough under pressure in that situation with the cameras on you to use English, or are you a dude that's just very relaxed and it came naturally? How was that experience?
Uh, I'm not very scared about to talk to the media in the press
Yeah.
conference.
Yeah.
If it was before of the game, I was much more thinking about the game, and it was
Yeah.
like a relaxing time and to
Mm.
speak to someone else different than the club for a while.
Yeah.
Having said that, I should say that they were always really very respectful.
Yeah.
And after the game, I'm trying to keep control my emotions,
Yeah.
either win or lose.
That was the one I watched. I think it was after a
so,
game.
so no, it wasn't difficult. Maybe if I was talking in Spanish, I could do much more jokes, you know,
Yeah, of
or be
course.
much more sarcastic or
Yeah.
ironic or something like that.
Yeah.
The limited of the words is what it is. I know it, but no, it wasn't a big issue.
Yeah, because I can see, and I know in Spanish, in English too, man. You can tell that you've got humor, but I'm sure in Spanish, you're probably like have this level of fluency and also humor that you can't express in English. So I really want to know because I think you've got a great personality, Carlos, and how can you transmit that personality to the players, to the fans, to people that you know in Australia or in these other countries like this, without the being able to translate directly from Spanish? Like, do you feel like you have to become a different person, take on a different personality, or can you still keep your personality through other ways to communicate with these guys? How do you do it?
I reckon that if you try to be a different person, you are
Yeah,
making a mistake.
good.
Uh, I know that I try to be the same,
Mm,
maybe I have to talk slower than I used to do in Spanish,
Yeah.
because sometimes you have to measure what are you saying, what are
Yeah.
you telling them,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but don't try to be too kind of person. It's my
Yeah.
recommendation. I mean, is
Yeah.
I am like I am.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like I am.
Okay.
It's not. It doesn't matter if my English is not my mother tongue. I mean,
Exactly.
it's what it is. It's one of our characteristics. I mean, sometimes I try to
Hmm.
copy your accent, especially
Yeah.
in the Aussie accent, because in
Yeah.
Dubai there are a lot of people
Yeah.
from abroad, so there is no one accent. But in Australia, the Aussie accent, and I tried to copy, and a friend of mine told me that you are what you are.
Yeah.
You are not Aussie, and they love it. They love you because you are not like them. So keep doing what you are doing.
Dude, this is crazy, Carlos. This is exactly the same thing my wife tells me, man. Because I hate my pronunciation in Spanish, and she's like, "Don't change it. It's you. It
Ah,
makes
no, no,
you
don't
who you
change it.
are. You know."
Don't
So,
change it.
dude, I
You
love
know, you
this.
know that in Spain there was a commentator for the
Yeah.
games.
Michael
Was
Robinson, was it?
Michael Robinson.
Yeah, dude.
Uh, he was trying to change his accent. He said something from the top of the company say, if you change your accent, you will be fired. So
Exactly, and he's iconic. Everybody knows him now because of
exactly,
this, right?
exactly.
It's true, man.
We are like we are, you know. So
True. Embrace it, man. That's the message. It's great. And how important is cultural adaptation compared to just your football knowledge? And I'd love you just to tell a little bit about how you can adapt, like a tip for coaches, the things you need to know about the culture, just one thing or two things from Dubai, from Australia, and from South Africa. Something important to have in mind working in these countries. Let us know.
uh, one of the mistakes that I regret a lot in my first spell away of Spain was that I was thinking that I was going to change the world. I came here. Well, you don't have any idea, and here is the man. Here it is. I'm gonna change everything. Mistake. Uh, you have to be like you are,
Yeah.
but you have to be humble and be able to adapt yourself where you are. I mean, the culture is different in Europe, in the Middle East, in Australia, and everywhere. Everyone got something in common. We have to
Yeah. Yeah.
be respectful, and in our case, we love all football, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
But they got some routines that you didn't have.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. You go there, and in Dubai, for example, you have to adapt yourself the kids' routine, which are not the same like in Spain. In Australia, the timings for the players, the way to send them a message or else is different than in Spain.
Yeah.
The Spanish players, it is so
Yeah. 100%.
adaptation.
Hmm.
Of
Yeah.
course, the first moments
Yeah.
you are making
Yeah.
mistake, but it's about communication. I mean, if you talk to them or you are able to thinking about it, you could change it.
Yeah, yeah, that's great, mate. A great answer, by the way. Great answer. And in South Africa, how was that? Those months that you spent in South Africa, was that like the biggest cultural change that you've had, or was Dubai more? Or how was South Africa? I'd love to know because, yeah, no
Yes,
idea.
the biggest cultural crash,
Shock. Yeah.
it was in South Africa,
Yeah,
100%. Because in Dubai, as I said, there were a lot of people from abroad. So
exactly.
you could find a lot of Spanish people, European people,
Yeah.
or Occidental culture, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Australia, I kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
some difference, but it's a same environment. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But in South Africa, it's completely different. It's completely different. Their mentality is a country who is building up their identity, even though the apartheid finished years ago, but they are still working together to cancel some things,
Hmm.
obviously,
Hmm. Yeah.
and they want to be something bigger, and in that way you are struggling, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was completely different, even some streets, because the way of living sometimes they are not copying, they got the
Yeah.
identity,
Yeah.
but the European or American style.
Of course.
The mentality, completely different, completely different. They said that they are Africa, but there are another Africa as well,
Yeah. Yeah.
in the middle of Africa and in the north. It was a big clash.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. That just really stuck out for me on your curriculum. That was just wow. What an experience. What has been the toughest moment of your career working abroad until now?
Here is when something personal affected your career. In my case,
Yeah.
is being when I was in Dubai,
Yeah.
1 year in Dubai.
Yeah.
My father passed away. He started to get sick 2 months before to die. Left him behind, so was tough because I had to be back to my job.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I left him here with my family, with the rest of my family, obviously, but sick, dying, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Receiving the news was very very tough because I was not able to come back uh, and for the farewell. I mean,
Yeah.
the day that I got back, he already passed away. So
Yeah.
it was the toughest moment.
Mate, I understand completely, man. That's one of the toughest realities of living overseas. Your family's so far away that, yeah, it's these things can happen, and yeah, you miss out on these things. It's terrible, man. But whew, it's a life of yeah, it's a life we've sort of chosen, I guess. It comes with the territory. Yeah, I want to know, man, if a coach is listening to this and they want to work abroad, okay? What are the three things that you would say they absolutely need to focus on to get there, to make it happen? These three things.
Three. Okay.
Three. Only three.
First of all, get as much information as you could. Where are you going?
Hmm. Hmm.
The city or the country,
Yeah.
the club, because you never know. There are people that they trying to do some scams.
Yeah. This happens.
Watch out. I know that it could sound very nice when you receive an offer, but hold on. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the
100%.
first thing. Once you decide to be there or keep going, um, get some knowledge about the work environment. I mean, if we are talking about the football coaches, if you are going to an academy environment or competitive environment,
Hmm.
what what's on? I
Yeah.
mean, it's not the same If you are going to a competitive environment, as I went, you are in the scratch, as you said, you are coaching the big dogs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
knowing where are you going.
Yeah.
And the third thing is something that you have to ask yourself, which is how am I gonna feel being away of my circumstances, my family, in my case that you asked me 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to deal with the sickness of my relatives, with the missing some ceremonies, because you are away. I was lucky because I was traveling all the time with my family, my wife and my 2 kids. But for example, in South Africa, I went on by my own. It was 3 months away of them, and it's tough. So you have to ask yourself, how are you dealing with?
Wow, that's good. That is so good, man. I'm just going to wrap that up very quickly because you said, yeah, just summarize that, guys. Carlos is saying you need to sort of prepare as much as possible right before you go. So it includes researching, okay, researching the place where you're going, the club where you're going, making sure that it's a legitimate offer and not just if it sounds too good to be true, probably is, you know. So just do your research as well. Find out where you're going. Find out what the situation is, so you have the least surprises as possible, but also try to, it's hard, you know, but you try to imagine what it will be like emotionally speaking, and imagine the worst case scenarios. How will you cope? Will you be able to do that, you know? And even still, when you get over there, I'm sure, Carlos, you can say there are surprises, things that you can't prepare for, but you try your best, right? You try your best to
You
see.
can imagine.
Oh man, oh, so true, dude, so true. This is great, mate. And would you recommend to like coaches to go overseas, or do you think staying in Spain is a good option as well, or staying in their country that they can just be just as happy and just as good doing that, or would you suggest that going overseas is a very good thing for a coach?
Depending where they set the bar. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you there are a lot of wrong thinkings. I mean,
yeah,
everyone reckons you are going away because you are gonna make a lot of money.
yeah.
It could be. There are
You
places
never know.
where you could,
Yeah.
but most of them are not.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's true.
uh, if you are looking for get experience from different mentality, different philosophy, it could be good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You want to get the experience to be competitive in different league. There you go. There
yeah,
you go. But
yeah.
as we said before, being humble and thinking that it's not that everything is brightness overseas.
Yeah.
You have
Yes.
to be careful, but it's something personal. I mean, to be honest, I never thought that I was coaching abroad, overseas.
Yeah.
Never. The day that the proposal, the offer came over, I was surprised, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
And then the opportunities turn up. I think in nowhere, and then I take a decision. But for them, is the paradise. So we shouldn't believe that the paradise is always
No.
abroad or out of Spain.
Yeah.
And here we are in the hell. No,
Yeah. No. No. Yeah.
every circumstance or
Yeah.
every offer or every project got the particularity.
Yeah. Mate, we've got an expression in English which sums this up perfectly, which is the grass isn't always greener on the other side, right?
Exactly.
This
Yeah.
is this is the one, right?
Perfect.
And as you say, like I think this is a very good mentality to have, guys. That if you want to go overseas, like this is what Carlos is basically saying. I think if your idea is to get rich and famous, like don't go with that attitude, right? Do not go with that attitude. Go with the attitude of if you want to go for experience, connections, and this is your primary, goal, then that is something that's achievable, right, over there. And who knows, in the process, you might get rich and famous, but but at least that's the first mindset that you should probably have doing that. That's very good advice today, man. Awesome advice. I've got one.
Say
Yeah, yeah,
the ones
yeah.
who see or watch on television that are making a lot of money, managing teams in the top leagues, they are black swans.
Yes.
Okay, so
Mm, mm. This is true. This is so true, man. 100%. And yeah, you're right. You're right. And Carlos, just to know, just before I wrap this up, it's not here, but I want to know, what is your next step? What is your next idea? Like, what do you want to do now? What is your goal for football?
well, my goal for football is to keep working.
Yeah.
Right now, as I said, I'm cooperating with La Liga in
Yeah.
some projects,
Yeah.
but I'm still waiting on the field of
Yeah.
coaching a proper team again. My last
Fantastic.
competitive team was in Spanish third division, in
Yeah.
Tercera Ref.
Yeah.
And after that, I've been in a different environment, but looking forward to be back on a competitive team.
And ideally, would it be a head coach role in Spain or overseas, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. I'd rather to be a head coach in Spain because of the personal
Yeah, of
circumstances.
course.
I'd rather to
Family.
be
Yeah,
close by my family.
of course.
Uh, and away, depending the league, the financial matters, and
Yeah.
that,
It has to be worth it.
as our spectators could see, I'm not a kid. I've been 20 years on the business,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the business.
Yeah. Exactly. That's right.
I'm very. I know. I was. I shouldn't say that I'm very picky, but I'm choosing what I'm doing.
No, I think it's actually very smart, man. It needs to make sense for you and your family as well. You're not just trying to get experience here. No, you've already
Yeah,
have the experience.
exactly.
That's the thing. I understand what you're saying, 100%, man.
Actually,
Okay. Yeah,
in the ladder that we
yeah,
have been talking about
yeah,
the black swans and
yeah,
in my career, I've been in the steps, in the down steps in the ladder, in the
yeah,
lower steps.
yeah.
And now, just I need to be in the top step of the ladder. To be honest, so
Exactly,
it's a
exactly right.
matter of time, maybe or not,
Yeah.
but I'll be waiting for the right.
I'm confident it's coming, mate. I'm confident it's coming. Well done, mate, and very good with your English today, man. You've explained it so well. It's been such a nice conversation with you. It's like speaking to an Aussie mate. So I can see that the Australian influences definitely help with your English and help with your confidence and your fluency, man. And one more question I'd love to ask you, dude. And this is something just putting it out there. I want to see if you want to throw one of your friends under the bus here. Would Is there anybody that you know, any coach that you would like to shout out to come onto this podcast and show their English? Do you know any other Spanish speaking coaches who work overseas or who have worked overseas who
Well,
could be on this?
I'm going to recommend you a goalkeeper coach.
Beautiful. We
Okay,
haven't had
he
that yet.
was the goalkeeper coach of the team that I was the head coach here in La Liga Academy.
Fantastic.
Uh, Now he's in Iraq
In Iraq. Oh,
for
perfect.
the
This is great.
national with the national team under 17. He's the goalkeeper coach, and believe me that he can tell you a lot of stories.
Really? Oh, mate, we have to get this guy on. What's his name?
Miguel Ángel Muñoz.
Miguel Ángel Muñoz. Okay, I think I've heard of this guy, actually. I think it rings a bell. It definitely rings a bell. Okay, Miguel Ángel Muñoz. If you're listening, Miguel Ángel Muñoz, you are coming on this show. Carlos has called you out. Please, it would be great to have you. Carlos, thank you so much for your time today, man. I really appreciate your honesty. This was a really good look at how football careers actually work at the international level. And I think a lot of coaches will take like big lessons from this, especially understanding the opportunities that come from people, and connections and your relationships, right, with people, but also your ability to perform in those opportunities when it really matters, and adapting to these cultures and these challenges that you have obviously adapted to. So thanks again for coming on today, Carlos.
Thanks to you for having me, for spending some time together.
Yeah.
Congratulations on what you are doing on this podcast, and all the best for the future.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. And for everyone listening, don't forget to subscribe, share the episode, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, guys, if you want to improve your English for real football situations, just look in the episode description for my WhatsApp. Send me a message and I will tell you more about the program I have. See you in the next episode.